Hey there, my friend. How you doing? It's Chris Njigha here from chrisandjigha.com. And in this very exciting episode today, we are talking about some social media and marketing strategies, all right? Let me ask you this. Are you on social media with your business and struggling to get people to notice you? Are people not paying attention to your business, not paying attention to you? Everybody's ignoring you, and you're not able to make any sales, let alone talk to people or get them to buy anything. Well, stick around. In this video, I'm going to share with you a four-step strategy that I recently learned that is brilliant. All right, a four-step social media and marketing step strategy that will magically have you getting noticed and getting massive attention, even if right now you are a nobody. All right, and stick around to the very last one, because that one is the super real kicker that puts it all together, and it is worth the entire video, as a matter of fact. All right. So if you haven't already, hey, definitely give this video a like, all right? And never subscribe to the channel. And don't forget that bell too, all right? So you can be notified whenever I release new videos on social media marketing strategies and tips and things that I like to help you in your business. Because if you don't know, this channel is all about the whole business entrepreneur, you, all right? And empowering you with the mindset and the marketing skill sets to finally get results in your business and get that breakthrough that you so deserve. All right, so let's get right down into it, all right? So we're talking about a four-step social media and marketing strategy to help you get noticed, help you get attention in your social media platforms, even if you're a nobody, even if you have no results, even if you're a tech challenge, it doesn't matter. This strategy will work really, really well. And I'm actually recently learned this from a good friend of mine, Justin Egan, who I've followed before, and this is really, really on point. It's really magical because it actually goes hand in hand with some other things that I've learned in the past and which I am implementing in my business right now in my YouTube channel and things like that, and it works really, really well. All right, so the first step strategy for your social media marketing thing to start getting attention is you want to start building your audience. Start building your social media audience and your following with the right people. Now, when we talk about the right people, we're talking about not just anybody, right? It's got to be people that are specifically interested and wanting to learn more and know more about what it is you promote or your service or product. So say, for example, you're in health and wellness, right? Where you really don't want to be talking to people or building an audience of people that have no interest in their health, and no interest in eating cleanly or working out or things like that, right? Because it kind of wouldn't make sense. And let me tell you, if you start talking to those people, the challenge is that when you start to try to promote and sell your product, you have to kind of convince them that they need the product, right? And that's absolutely what you don't want. You don't want to have to try to sit there and convince them, because that's painful, and it just wears down on your energy. I'm sure you can relate and know what I'm talking about, because we've all probably done it in the beginning, right? As a matter of fact, when you think about it, some people may think, oh, well, someone who's overweight, that's fact, he probably needs this health product, but if he doesn't have the desire for it, he's not your target market. You see what I'm saying? If they don't want to learn more and are not interested in what you're talking about, it doesn't matter if they need it. They need to want to have a desire for it. And if it's not there, they are not your right people. They are not your target market. So you want to make sure you're talking to people that resemble who it is that would most perfectly want your product, the perfect prospect, the person that is thinking about it right now, wanting to buy. They just haven't found you yet. Step two, to start getting you started in your social media marketing strategy to get attention and start getting noticed on social media, is that you have to use attention grabbing content that pulls people in. See, think about it. Remember, social media is a very heavily trafficked place. It's a lot of people talking, a whole lot of people saying this, that, right? So how do you cut through all that noise so that people start paying attention to you, start noticing you, start recognizing you, right? You have to deploy content that just seizes their attention, right? And grabs them and yanks them in, and they can uncontrollably, they have no choice to start reading your posts and start watching your video. How do you do this? You gotta start using content that speaks specifically to their pains, problems, challenges, dreams, and desires. Let me tell you something that you probably don't know already now, but you probably do. People are selfish in nature, okay? Most of your people, your prospects you're gonna be talking to, they have only one concern. It's me, right? They're thinking about how does this benefit them? And if it doesn't, they're moving on. So with that in mind, you have to remember that anything that you put on there, it's gotta be something that speaks directly to them, that benefits them. That means if you start putting in content that is talking about, hey, challenges, problems, desires, pains, things that they would probably be experiencing in your niche, then you are more likely to grab their attention. Let's say you're in the financial niche, right? And you start talking about the pains and challenges of saving and investing and how confusing that may be, people will pay attention if they're the right person, the right people, because, hey, that's a problem that I have and I want to read how you're going through it too. You see how that works? Another thing to remember too is that when you're talking about your market, your target market, right? The person that you're wanting to talk to that most fits the perfect prospect who would buy from you. A lot of times, and I realized this recently too, is that person a lot of times may look like you. If you're having a hard time trying to figure out who that is, they're most likely you, right? Me, if I look at myself, I'm like a person that's into health and wellness. What are my challenges? What are the things that I worry about and think about? Most likely, that's the person that I want to talk to, who's just like me, just like you, right? So it makes it easier to kind of figure that part out. Step 3 is for your social media marketing plan, right? To get attention and get noticed is to choose a social media platform, right? So obviously there's a whole lot of them. You got your Facebooks, you got Twitters, you got your Instagrams, you got your Snaps and things like that. Hey, pick one and go with it. But the key thing to remember is just to pick one and then stay there and master it. Master it, make it your own. Don't jump around too much to all the different ones and just yet, because that can create challenges. Because if you're spread too far out and you're not a master of none, you're jack of all trades, not master of none, your results are not as good. So I recommend picking one. Facebook is a really good one because that's pretty much where everybody is. I personally use YouTube because I really like videos, and so that's the place. Instagram is one you can consider if you're really not wanting to do videos just yet, but you really want to run it. Tap into the trend right now, which is Instagram, then you can definitely check that out. If you want to learn how to do that training, hey, I got a link in the description that will help you just really fast track that, especially if you're looking for a non-techie strategy. That's definitely something you can consider. So regardless, pick a strategy, pick a platform, and stick with it. And then step 4, arguably probably the most important step, is posting. Right? And we're not talking about the different little knick-knack stuff that you can post, right? We're talking about how you post. This was so brilliant because I gotta tell you that, once again, this is probably worth the entire video, what I'm about to share with you right now. That will change your entire perception of how you post, right? So remember that if you're gonna get attention, you want to cut through all the noise, you gotta speak to people, speak to their self-interest. But what's interesting is that you could also speak to some triggers in people that people just can't help. They can't help themselves to react to. And that is a lot of their pains, challenges, problems, and interests, things that work with them. But the way you post is so critical. So here's how you do it. What you do is you look for stories. You look for things that are happening in your life. You look for examples of stories, experiences, anything that happened in your life, and you talk about it. Let's say you post a quote about something that you learned about Napoleon Hill, and you post a quote. Well, not just posting that picture quote, but you really go in on it, and you give your opinion about it. You see, all too far many people are scared about really being themselves on social media. You really gotta take a stance. Gotta take a stance. This is the magical part about it that you don't realize. I didn't realize. Gotta take a stance. It's okay to make some people angry. They don't like you, whatever, forget them, right? Let them go on, because guess what? Those people are not gonna buy from you anyway. So there's no point pleasing those people, right? You be you. You go out there now, don't be nasty, right? but you be you, unapologetically you, right? And do you. So you have an opinion about that particular quote, or maybe you think that quote was whack, you tell people why you think it's whack. Hey, you know what? That's whack. And here's why. Right? I'm telling you, that gets attention. People are paying attention to it because it's not playing nice. You're playing real. And people are legitimately attracted to authenticity and real right now. That is what's popping and kicking right now, right? So you tell your story, you tell an experience, you give your opinion about something, right? And then what you do is then you fashion that story in such a way then that you lead them as the conclusion of that story to something that you want them to do that pertains to their particular challenges, pains, struggles, desires within your particular niche. Let me give you an example. Let's say there was literally the other day, I was on the road on my way to work, and I was in traffic, 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock morning traffic. If you don't know Houston, traffic is crazy, and even early in the morning. And I'm like doing the traffic, bumper to bumper thing, and we're trying to make a turn. I try to get in over the lane, and this woman who's driving a truck, literally, like, she wouldn't even let me in. She literally bumped my car, literally. I'm for real, serious, bumped my car and would not let me in. So I was gonna write a story. I was in the process of writing an email and doing a video about this experience. And I was gonna say things like this. I was gonna say, have you ever been in traffic and just hate the fact that you're in traffic? Let me tell you a story. I got nearly ran off of the road by this woman who was trying to get to work, and it was just crazy, and my car's all scratched up, right? And when someone would do that, I would go and literally I used to like raise my fist at them and say, what are you doing? And honk, 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 right? But now I don't do that so much anymore. Why? Because, you know, at the end of the day, I'm going somewhere. And pretty soon I won't have to go to work and stay in traffic and and just bumper to bumper traffic every morning, getting up for early just to handle that foolishness every morning. I won't have to do that because right now I got a plan on my journey, and pretty soon I'll be able to stay home, make more money than I'm making going to work, and be able to enjoy my family. Man, thank God for that. You write a post like that. Imagine writing a post like that. Do you think that is going to get attention? Do you think people not only they'll get their attention, but they'll actually comment and say, wow, that's crazy. But really, how are you going to do that? Do you think that's going to raise curiosity? People can't help themselves. Why? Because you took an experience that you had, you turned it into a story, and then you fashioned all of those elements of that story towards the things that people desire. I know that home business entrepreneurs desire to stay home, work full time, and be free. I know that they hate being in traffic and having to go bumper to bumper traffic, getting to work every morning to deal with the same foolishness. I know that, so I play into that, right? I say those things, and you particularly put the things in there that they're struggling with. You put everything that they're struggling with, everything that they're thinking, every way they would react, you put that into your story, right? To help relate to them so that they find the value in it, right? You're serving them, not yourself. You're serving them. Does that make sense? So that's it, my friend. I hope you enjoyed it. That right there is a 4-step strategy that you can start using right now, today, to start using in your social media marketing strategy to get noticed, to get attention. And it doesn't even matter if you have no results, you know, you're not tech challenged, you're not beautiful looking, right? Or you're a complete nobody. This will work right here if you follow this, right? If you follow it, find your perfect prospect, start creating engaging content that serves them, that serves their interests, their pains and challenges. Choose a social media platform and start posting in such a way that you're telling a story, implement and putting together that story, that your unique story, and including all the elements that pertain to them, that speak to all of their challenges, pains and problems and dreams and desires, and start ranking the attention and start getting those leads, all right? So that's it, my friend. Hope you enjoyed it. Hey, definitely give this video a like, all right? And definitely subscribe to the channel. And oh, by the way, like I said, if you want to learn more about how you can just start getting this attention and really putting this marketing plan together, I will share with you my #1 recommended system for doing this exactly inside the description, all right? Click the link to there so you can learn more about that and join me on this marketing journey if you choose, all right? So that's it. Until the next exciting episode, be blessed out there, stay hungry, and I will see you on the next one. Bye now.